What's up, guys? This is Crypto James talking to you today about AMP. AMP is an outstanding project that's bringing liquidity to so many developers that want to build upon it. I do think this is one that can do some significant price appreciation in the next bull cycle. So I want to break down exactly why in this vid, and I also want to talk about the fact that a cryptocurrency mixer has been caught, seized, operations halted. Maybe this is what's going to come for Tornado Cash. I'll talk about that in this video too. Before I get into any of it though, guys, if you are new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I bought and spoke about on this channel. Had you put in $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and say you never sold them, you still had all those coins in your possession. If you sold them today, you'd be able to bank around 12 grand in profit. Now that's pretty much doing everything wrong as an investor, guys. They are not holdings you should still have after a bull cycle. Now I sold all of these in 2021 when the markets were just rocketing up, so did my followers, so did my friends. And if you did what I did, just $100 into each could have netted you a profit of over 123 grand. Now, as I said, guys, I sold all these off. They're not the coins I own. But if you want to see the cryptos that I hold right now, the ones I think are going to be the big winners, like I said with Phantom and Theta and Zilliqa and VeChain and Engine and NKN, then you can find out what I'm holding by going over to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share my entire holdings, every coin that I own. Anytime I buy more coins or sell more, I let the members know. Now, if you want to make these kind of profits, if you want to find the coins that can 40 or 50x, but you don't want to sit and read 15,000 white papers, then this site could be for you, because I share the coins that I like, that I'm in for, the ones that I've researched in depth and found that I think they've got their huge chance of massive gains. If that sounds good, then go read the site. Now, when you read the site, you must understand you can verify everything you read. You can come back through all the old videos on this channel and you'll see proof of everything I said. And if after that you're not interested, obviously, don't worry about it. There's no obligation to buy. Keep watching the channel, guys. Now, AMP. Currently priced at 0.4 cents. Market cap is $173 million. If you're unfamiliar with AMP, so AMP is is described as the new digital collateral token offering instant verifiable assurances for any kind of value transfer. Now, that's a fancy way of saying effectively they can bring liquidity to any project that needs it without issue. So if we take a look right now, AMP, they highlight the people that are working with them. So they provide assets like Dash, like Tether, with instant verifiable assurance for any real-world application. And a lot of the big players work with AMP. So AMP is a token that can be staked. So you can stake it and earn some yield per year. Easy to send as well, easy to repeat, very fast, very cheap. So they use collateral as a service. That's actually what they offer. So AMP collateralization is tested, audited, and freely available for anyone to use. So it's easy to build apps that lock and unlock AMP on demand to secure transfers, enable lending, and make value move more quickly. What's brilliant about AMP is that it's literally asset agnostic. It doesn't matter what chain you're on, AMP doesn't discriminate. So any kind of transfer, whether it's digital or physical as well, can use AMP as collateral to secure transactions. It's also non-inflationary. So when new projects adopt AMP, Existing implementations benefit from increased liquidity and decentralization, which reduces all the volatility and enhances collateral quality as a result of the token's fixed supply. Now, granted, only 42% of the overall supply, which is 99 billion, is out. So they've got 42 billion out right now. So there's still a lot more to come. Now, what's worthy of note is that they have an economic model. Now, the economic model is based on formulas for how they want to distribute AMP. So when it opens, there we go. So the economic modeling was on page 24. So they used to be called Flexor. So Flexor is assumed to be a genericized economy with conventional elements of input and output. Traditionally, this can be modeled using a production function to determine how various consumption factors contribute. Now, as you will see, a ton of different, so there'll be a ton of different formulas for how they release tokens. So bear in mind, in terms of how they release tokens, the token release is based on staking. The token release is based on the use case, because anyone that's building on AMP can utilize AMP, and AMP is taken out of circulation via that. It can then be put back into circulation. So the token distribution is actually insanely complicated. In terms of what will happen with regards to AMP is a steady stream of token release over the course of the next sort of 8 to 10 years. We will see lots being released, but this is a heavily backed project, long term. This is one of those that should be a top 50 coin with relative ease. Bear in mind, they have been up and running for not that long. This is their all-time chart. They sort of launched in 2020, hit highs of about 11 cents. And in the time that they've launched, you can see the overview of the ecosystem somewhere. Where is it? So using AMP. So we'll get the token ecosystem up as well. So that's stake AMP. Ecosystem. There we go. Markets and DeFi. So centralized markets. You've got Coinbase, Gemini, Binance, Binance US, Crypto.com, KuCoin, Huobi. I imagine many of them are initial investors as well. DeFi apps. It's integrated with Balancer, Chainlink, Conflux, Dodo, Flux, Impermax, Crystal, Lightning Network, Loopring, Moonswap, Nexus Mutual, SushiSwap, Kashi, Uniswap, ZK Sync. It's also integrated with the bank, Zapper, and Zerion. And you can see all the data sources for total value locked here. So Flexor right now has 93 million locked. Now, put that into context, it's pretty damn good, particularly when you bear in mind they have a market cap of 173 million, so about half of their current market cap, a little over half their current market cap is total value locked. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now you can see they raised 14.1 million in ICO in 2019 and another 6 million in 2020. You can see token inflows to outflows. There's not tons of transactions here, not tons of volume, but AMP is continuing to grow quite nicely. And as you can see, they've integrated multiple chains now. For me, this is a long-term coin that will be a pretty good investment for a lot of people. There's probably still some downturn that it can take. Obviously, we've had a recent pump with the overall markets, but AMP already integrated with a ton. And there's clearly some missing because it's integrated with like BAT are working with AMP, so are Dash, and a lot of DeFi is coming over to AMP, and you can see why. So the next case scenario for AMP really is adding a few more chains. If they could integrate AMP into onto the Avalanche chain and the Binance Smart Chain, that would do a lot for AMP in terms of use case, particularly with retail. And Phantom, to be fair, they could add into Phantom. But this is one that should do well. I mean, its previous high was 11 cents. It should be able to range between 10 and 15 cents in the next bull cycle. 10 cents would be a 25x. 15 cents would be, about 35 to 40x. Those two price points could easily be hit again for AMP, and that would put it back to a market cap of between 4 billion and 6 billion, which should be relatively easy as long as they grow. If they stay stagnant, then obviously they won't do those gains. But if they can, as I said, integrate AMP with the Phantom ecosystem, integrate AMP with the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, integrate AMP with the Avalanche ecosystem, we could see some massive growth. I'd also be looking at integrating with Aptos. Aptos is relatively new, but Aptos is, a strong chain. If they do those things, of course it can hit 10 or 15 cents. But if it doesn't, I would expect it to stagnate and maybe only go up to about 2 or 3 cents, to be honest. Because the DeFi use case for AMP is massive. But what do you guys think? Do you think it can do that kind of run or not? You're not a fan of AMP? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. These videos are going to make you money, so you don't want to miss them. And when I'm talking about rubbish coins, they'll save you money. So again, you don't want to miss them. So hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you want to see the coins that I'm invested in for the long term, well, and for the next bull cycle, if you want to see the coins that I'm buying up, the ones that I hold right now, head over, go read copymycrypto.com. When you read that site, if you like what you see, you can verify everything that you see on this channel's history. Go through the old videos, see what I'm saying. And if you still like it, you can join. And when you join, you will see all the coins that I own. Every single one that's in my portfolio, all my crypto holdings. Anytime I buy a coin, I would let you know. Anytime I sell a coin, I will let you know. I research into the market every day. I'm reading white papers constantly. I'm looking at token economics constantly. I'm finding the coins that are going to be the big winners. And if you want to simply copy along with someone that has a public record of success on both the site and the channel, then you can go over and do that. It's as simple and easy as you get. So go read the site, and if after you read it you're not impressed, then obviously don't join. But if you like it, you've verified what you've read, you like that, then head over and join me there. And last thing, guys, so German and US authorities, supported by Europol, have targeted Chip Mixer. Now this is a cryptocurrency mixer in the criminal or the cyber criminal underworld. I mean, they're really using some interesting choices of language there. So the investigation was supported by Belgium, Poland, and Switzerland. On March 15th, which is yesterday, the authorities took down the infrastructure of the platform for its alleged involvement in the money laundering activities and seized 4 servers, about 1,909 Bitcoin in 55 transactions, approximately 44.2 million euros, as well as 7 terabytes of data. So presumably they will have information, those terabytes of data will have some level of information about, the history of what the mixer did. So quite staggering, really. The investigation into the criminal service suggests that the platform may have facilitated the laundering of 152,000 Bitcoin, which is worth roughly $2.73 billion. Ransomware actors such as Zeppelin, Suncrypt, Mamba, Dharma, or Lockbit have also used the service to launder ransom payments they received. So presumably Europol are then, and all the national authorities involved, and then going to start targeting every user of the mixer and try and trace back to hacks, to scams, to criminal activities. So that's one down. one down on the cryptocurrency mixers. So the next one probably going to be targeted would be Tornado Cash. So the team behind that will probably be a bit twitchy at the moment, because America obviously banned it already. So if everyone's investigating this, they're almost certainly investigating a mixer that everyone knows was used for the Ronin hack alone. Yeah, maybe we're going to see some more government takedowns. It'll be interesting. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.